So I'm Palmer Miller. I'm a military veteran advocate, and I'm also retired from the Army after 23 years. I have had the opportunity and the privilege of working with VFW, with American Legion, with the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, the U.S. Submarine Association, and many more. The Marine Corps League just popped in my mind. Taz is the commander of the VFW here in Casa Grande, and would you mind telling us about what they do?
Well, I'm the post commander of VFW Post 1677 here in Casa Grande. And what we do here is we provide a place for veterans to come that are around other veterans, and we provide services to assist veterans on getting the entitlements that they're entitled to. We have veterans service officers that work directly with VA. We also do many other things. We have community service programs working with the Boy Scouts. For example, they set flags up in front of City Hall during Memorial Day. We do veterans in needs, veterans that are at a point in their life that they need some direct assistance, and sometimes it's just a simple thing of getting enough gas money to get home, or getting a hotel for the night because things have happened in their lives that are difficult for them.
I'm also aware that you are also a member of the Combat Veterans Association.
Yes, the Combat Veterans Organization is a small, tight-knit group of combat veterans that ride motorcycles for a hobby. Mm-hmm. And our motto is Vets Helping Vets. And what we mean by that is we give a venue for our veterans where they can get together, do something that they truly enjoy doing in life, and with other veterans, and go out and go for a ride. We do escorts for veterans that are coming home from deployment, veterans that are leaving for deployments. We also take on the task of bereavement services for veterans that and their families. And more importantly, is it's an organization where people can feel at home, and we are a family, and
yep.
That's what we promote.
Very good, very good, very good. There's a couple other organizations here in Pinal County, and one is just down the street, a few blocks away, and that's the American Legion. Now, the American Legion, just like the VFW, is a national organization. They are U.S.-wide and abroad. I first started working with the American Legion about 12, 13 years. I was also president of their very first American Legion Riders, the president, the vice president, and then the president. And we did a lot of work to support our veterans and their families in this community. Wounded Warrior Project at the time was just coming on, and we had raised a lot of funds for that too. We also work as an American Legion. We try to also work together with our other organizations like the VFW. And many of us have dual memberships. So I encourage anyone out there that is listening to this, if you are a veteran and you're not sure of where to start, then I would just go to one of your local veteran organizations, either the American Legion or the VFW here in Casa Grande, and just start asking questions. Bring your forms that prove that you're a veteran, and I'm sure that there's a group here for you. We also have the Disabled American Veterans. Now, they are also a national organization. They help tremendously with disability, getting your benefits. Disability compensation. They have a post in Coolidge, so those Coolidge members can just go right down the street, Main Street, and check out the Disabled American Veterans Organization. A good friend of mine for many years. He passed away, but he was a member of the Marine Corps League.
The Marine Corps League is another veteran organization that former Marines can belong to and serve as volunteers and within the community.
All right.
Well, the Marine Corps League you know, supports the JROTC programs in the Vista, in the Casa Grande Union High School, and they're very active in mentoring our future leaders within the schools. And from what I understand, they have somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 35 cadets that are mentored on a daily basis. And many of them are top achievers within the school district. Things that other, you know, organizations do. You know, they do funeral services, they do honor guards, which they're very good at. These are just some of the few things that they do. They're located in the same building as the American Legion, and they have their meetings in the same building, and they work together.
And I just want to add something on the Marine Corps League, because this was something, would you talk about mentorship? My youngest son, who's now been in the Marines, he's active duty right now, he's a MP dog handler. He attended all 4 years of junior ROTC here at Casa Grande Union High School. He was also the commander when he left. But I remember my friend Robert Delsey going out and mentoring those cadets, and believe it or not, it shows. I've seen so many other ones after graduation that it just instills the responsibility and Americanism.
We need organizations that young people can become a part of and understand what patriotism is, how to channel their views and thoughts in a professional manner to their subordinates in the JROTC program.
One other thing about the Marine Corps League, and we'll go on, is that they also support every year Toys for Tots. Here in this community, toys go to needy children, and Marine Corps League has done this for many, many years, and they were very, very big here in Pinal County. Our next one, I think, coming off of the Marine Corps, we have an organization here that I became aware of about 10, 12 years ago, and it's the United States Submarine Association. Every post is named after a submarine, and here in Casa Grande it's called the Tautog Association, and they do the same thing. What they do, like all our organizations, is first of all they're remembering and honoring their personnel in all across the world, in the submarines or on ship and so forth. They honor them. They come out for Memorial Day. They take part of the of service. They also throughout the community, just like the VFW and the American Legion and all the other ones, the DAV, is that they get involved in their community. They support the children's programs, and they support homeless programs. I can't say enough here in Pinal County of the dedicated and passionate people that we have in these organizations. And I'm sure you can agree with me on that one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You know, the number of veterans that are located here in Pinal County is a huge number, and I don't think people realize how many of us reside here in this county, and that, you know, there's a huge need to provide assistance. You know, not all veterans need help. The veterans that don't need help are usually the ones that are helping other veterans.
I agree.
And it's an important thing that we can't, because we are no longer at a time of war, we say, okay, we don't have any veterans now. Well, veterans exist, through their lifetime. Once they serve, they will always be a veteran.
Exactly. You put the uniform on, you take it off at your term, you honorably discharged. You did your service. You did your service.
Whether, the veterans don't forget where they come from.
Yep, exactly.
And that's why all these organizations exist today.
The VFW here in Casa Grande, and along with the American Legion, is two of the oldest military organizations here in Casa Grande. They have a legacy that also needs to be talked more about.
Post 1677 has been here in Casa Grande since 1939.
Correct. Yep.
A very long time. Part of our mission statement is not only the veterans, but it's helping the families, spouses, and orphans of our veterans.
And our community needs to really know that, hey, these organizations, they're here They're here, first of all, for the veteran itself, but also for the families and the community. And the more that we can go out and talk to our community face to face, the more support that we will get in case of a need or of a homeless veteran or whatever it is. Hopefully later on we can talk about our veteran centers,
Yes.
because those are some very passionate people that work in those centers.
And those veteran centers complement
Yes.
our veterans
Yep.
organizations, and they're partners in what we do every day.
But Taz, I think what we're gonna do also is remind the people is that we're gonna show on screen the links to the VFW, to the American Legion, and all the organizations that we talked about, and some of those that we didn't get to talk about.
Yes.
We will put those links on there. The information is very, very valuable when you go into those links, because it tells you again what the mission is, what they have done, and what they are currently doing.
So, you can also go on social media, VFW Post 1677, Facebook exists. I'm sure DAV has the same type of Facebook page. Combat Vets 32-6, we have our own Facebook page, and you can get this information. And it's not only about getting information, but it's being able to reach out to the organization that, hey, I know a veteran that could use some help, and we can reach out to them. And it's all about working with each other.
Just remember, when we're working with veterans and their families, it's not a handout, it's a handout. They deserve it.
They've earned it.
Yes.